Hi everyone, it's Michael, and even though it seems way too soon after the last one, it's time for another in loving memory of my orchids past. Today we mourn the loss of number 5 and number 23 in my collection, my no ID Phalaenopsis and Krisin's orchid. Yes, that's right, Krisin, I've failed you and I'm so sorry. So let's talk through some of the takeaways and the learnings from the passing of these two orchids. Some of them are new material, some of them aren't. So the first one is something we've discussed before. When you're transitioning your plants, you want to make sure that you move them to their final grow method immediately. You don't want to take transitional or temporary steps. So that's really exemplary of, oh, that just fell all by itself, you guys. I'm not even kidding. Oh, so upsetting. So for number 5, the one on the left here, when I first got it, it was already kind of in poor shape. I repotted it into bark medium. I repotted it again once I saw it molding. I repotted it a third time once it continued to mold. So I finally put it into Semi-Hydroponics, where it has been doing absolutely nothing for quite some time. You may recall I have expressed frustration in a lot of my monthly update videos that this orchid is doing nothing. So that being said, it looks like it has finally kicked the bucket. This leaf, I'm sure if I just touch it, it'll fall right off. Yep. So this guy, you want to just pick your grow method, you want to commit to it, and that needs to be the end of that. Too much transition is going to stress out the plants. So that's the first lesson. The second lesson is that plants in good health are the strongest candidates for conversion. Now, this may sound like a cop-out, and I'm not going to eliminate the possibility that I killed them, but these plants were not doing great when I got them. I got this orchid on discount from Safeway because it had already dropped all of its blooms, it was looking really withered, and I was like, I can definitely bring that back to life. Well, I was wrong. And then this guy, as you know, Krisin actually brought it to me because it was doing so poorly. I think what surprises me is how quickly it deteriorated after its transition to semi-hydroponics. Obviously, it was already in poor condition. Its root system was not really at its best. So when I converted it, I think that the transition really stressed it out. But beyond that, I should have caught on to something, which is point number 3, or the big takeaway here. If you look down here, you can see the mineral buildup from all of the fertilizer solution. Now that should have cued me into something. The orchid root system is not metabolizing or processing any of the fertilizer solution I was putting into it. It was just literally running straight down and building up here at its point of exit. So I should have caught on sooner that over-fertilizing after treatments that kill the bacteria on the roots is overwhelming to the root system, and then it is actually counterproductive to the root system. So I want to refer again to the video that was posted by Rick L. I'm going to link it below. I just think it is such an exceptional video. But he discusses how when you treat the root system using something like hydrogen peroxide or Physan 20, you strip it of all of the bacteria that are also beneficial. And in the process of doing that, they become incapable of processing fertilizer solution. So he advises that best practice is to just water with plain water. But I didn't. I watered with fertilizer solution. It built up and the plant deteriorated so quickly. I'm actually going to take you in closer on this. You can see, look at all the mold around it and how much it rotted. It's just so sad. So those are the big takeaways from this experience. Krisin, I'm so sorry. I'm going to give you another orchid. I have a couple that from my urea experiment, and if they thrive, I will give you the best looking one because you deserve it. I'm so sorry I couldn't save your orchid. But that's pretty much it. I really, really appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. And I just want to clarify something, and I've said this a couple times. I do not claim to be the be-all, end-all of orchid knowledge. I am still very much at the beginning of my orchid journey. The reason I have this YouTube channel is not because I feel like I know best and that I am telling you what to do. I'm sharing this journey because I am very much in the process of learning and growing and developing. And I want you guys to have the opportunity to do that alongside me. I'm never talking down to you. I'm never trying to advise you how you should or should not proceed. I'm giving you a window into my world so you can see what my process looks like and what the outcomes are. So I hope that's clear. I adore you guys. Thank you so much for stopping in and sharing your time with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please go ahead and leave them in the section below. And as always, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff if you feel so compelled. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Take care.